In this screencast, we're going to take our first look at reading and understanding reports. I'm going to focus on just a few reports in particular that give us a bird's eye view of what we're looking at. So let's begin by running a report. The first time a new user runs a report, they're going to see this slideshow, which provides a really good overview and orientation to the main reports. It takes a look at this balance sheet. It takes a look at annual income and fixed spending and begins to explain how those things work and how discretionary spending works. It introduces you to the annual saving and withdrawal report and asks you to take your next step to view the detailed results. If you click Skip to Details, next time you will not see this slideshow. Once you're in the detailed reports, you see the menu tree to the right. You see a lifetime balance sheet, annual income and spending report, annual saving and withdrawal report, and other reports. They can be viewed as charts or as tables. I tend to like the tables for most uses. Notice that some of the reports, like income overview and spending overview, have submenus. Spending overview includes taxes, federal tax detail, and a housing report. For now, we're going to focus on just a few of the most important reports. Annual income and spending shows us one of the most important numbers in all of these reports. It shows us discretionary spending. In this case, the family has $70,218 of annual spending allowance. This is the amount that they have to budget each year, and it's an internally calculated number. So it becomes a reliable benchmark to compare one model with another. This report also shows total income and fixed spending. The first question you should be asking yourself is just what does discretionary spending mean? What does it include? To get an answer to that and to remind yourself what it means, you can jump to the spending overview report and see that same number in the far left column, $70,218. In the far right column is the total spending. In 2020, that would be $81,840. As you subtract numbers going left, taxes, contributions to retirement, Medicare B premium, and housing, you are left to spend $70,218. So the $72.18 is net of housing, taxes, Medicare B premium, other expenses, and so forth. The next report that I want to focus on is annual saving and withdrawal. Here again, we see a bird's eye view of our accounting, the total income, the total spending, but also now the regular asset saving and withdrawal. When total income is less than total spending for a year, we see the difference made up through a withdrawal. In the first year of this model, it's $22,133. When we see, as in the year 2023, total income is more than total spending, we see a savings recommendation. It's this unique pattern of saving and withdrawal that provides that smooth annual spending of $70,218. Every time you rerun a report, you're going to see a new pattern of saving and withdrawal. Each pattern is unique to the model that you have created. I would like also to point out that when there is a saving recommendation, as we see in 2023 and 2024, and so on, that $2,283 does not come out of the discretionary spending. This is actually excess. So one thing to keep in mind is that total income minus total spending, plus or minus these saving or withdrawals, always equals zero. If we want to get a breakdown of total income or total spending and find out what makes up those amounts, we can look at the reports below. For example, the $59,707 of total income can be viewed in detail in the Income Overview report. When we want to see the breakdown of total spending, we can jump to the Spending Overview report that we looked at earlier. Even those reports have details. So housing of $3,600, for example, it breaks down to $2,800 in property tax and $800 a year in homeowners insurance. So these 4 reports, annual income and spending, annual saving and withdrawal, income overview, and spending overview, tell you a great deal of what you want to know when you're first looking at your report. One final report to look at is the year-at-a-glance report. This will put all of those items on one page. Notice at the top you can select the year that you want to look at, and the total income and fixed spending numbers will expand as you click on them. You could click out each of these numbers and get a balance sheet for any year. It's always going to equal 0, so you select the year and you can see a full balance sheet for that year, that total income and total spending, plus or minus your savings, is always going to be 0. So that's a quick overview. Annual income and spending is our most important report because it shows us our discretionary spending. We can view it as a chart and see that in this case, the spending is smooth year over year. We'll cover more of these reports in more detail in future screencasts.